After completing the crochet piece 1, continue crocheting the fabric piece 2 above. Fabric piece 2 also starts with a chain ring method. Along the starting round, crochet outward in rounds the corresponding stitch patterns. To make it convenient to distinguish, we divide fabric piece 2 into section 1 and section 2. When crocheting section 2, gradually form a square-shaped fabric piece. The new stitch techniques used are double crochet 2 in 1, DC4 tog, and bobble stitch with 3 double crochets. Next, please watch my demonstration of the crocheting method. First, refer to the pattern. Take the corresponding color yarn, following the chain ring method used in fabric piece 1. Cast on 8 chain stitches. Then, on the first chain stitch, pick its back loop. Make a slip stitch to join. Pull tight. Next, start section 1 round 1. Refer to the pattern. Chain 3 as the turning chains for the double crochet. If you can't identify the position of this beginning chain, you can add another stitch marker to mark it. Next, in this large space, work 23 double crochets. The yarn tail from the beginning chain, weave it into stitches as you go. After a few stitches, move to the right slightly. Continue crocheting. Once 23 double crochets are completed, including the beginning chain, it's equivalent to 24 double crochets. After you finish, check the stitch count again. Each of these counts as one stitch. Trim off the excess yarn tail. Refer to the chart, since the next round requires switching colors. Therefore, switch colors here first. Take the corresponding color yarn. Make a slip knot. Pick up the beginning chain with your hook. The 2 strands above. Pull the new yarn loop through. Slip stitch once. Work a chain stitch to secure. Tighten the yarn tail. Tighten the original yarn too. To minimize cutting the yarn, Do not cut the original yarn here, just pause crocheting. For easier identification, we'll refer to the original yarn as color 1 and the new yarn as color 2. As you can see, this is what section 1 round 1 looks like when completed, with the color change done. Continue crocheting the second round. Work this round with color 2. Pause crocheting with color 1. Refer to the pattern. Chain 3. Then, on the left side these 2 double crochets. Pick up stitches. Work 1 double crochet correspondingly in each stitch. When completed, on the adjacent stitch on the left side, first make a double crochet, then chain 2 to join. In the same stitch, work another double crochet. Note: for the rest of this round, all will be picking up stitches to crochet. For convenience of explanation, in this round we'll consider such 2 double crochets and the ones worked in the same stitch. 1 double crochet, 2 chains and 1 double crochet as a cluster. Continue working clusters one by one. 2 double crochets. In this stitch, work 1 double crochet, two chains, 1 double crochet, not counting the beginning chain. Here we've already worked 2 clusters. Repeat this process. Keep going. When you reach the end, 2 stitches remaining, work double crochets correspondingly. Once completed, above the beginning chain of the previous round, which is the same insertion point as the slip stitch, work another double crochet. Two chains. After finishing, add this beginning chain. Perfectly completes 1 cluster. Since the next round will use color 1, therefore, switch to color 1 here. Above this beginning chain, make a slip stitch to join. Tighten color 2. We'll consider the side facing us as the right side. At any position on this side, place a stitch marker to mark. Look! This is what section 1 round 2 looks like when completed, while also completing the color change. Continue crocheting section 1 round 3, refer to the chart. This round is worked with color 1. Pause crocheting with color 2. Make 3 chain stitches first. Then, in the same position as the slip stitch, work another double crochet. You can see the turning chain from the previous round corresponds to this turning chain, and this double crochet in the current round. Which is equivalent to an increase, meaning you've worked a special double crochet 2 in 1. Then, on the 2 adjacent stitches on the left side, work 1 double crochet in each stitch. After completing, on the adjacent stitch on the left side, work a DC 2 in 1, meaning work 2 double crochets in the same position. One, 2. A DC 2 in 1 is completed. Then, work 2 chains to join. Then, on the stitch to the left of this chain space, work another DC 2 in 1. For the rest of this round, work double crochets correspondingly on the 2 double crochets from the previous round. Work a double crochet into each stitch on the chain space. Work a DC 2 in 1 on each side stitch. Work a DC 2 in 1 on both left and right stitches. Work 2 chains to join in the middle. Following this pattern, continue crocheting. When you reach the end position, on the stitch to the right of this chain space, work a DC 2 in 1 as well. Then work 2 chains to join. Finally, refer to the previous demonstration. Switch colors. Join with a slip stitch. Note, for piece 2, except for the last round of section 2, all other rounds are crocheted alternately with color 1 and color 2. No further explanation will be given later. Look! Section 1 third round is completed. Section 1 fourth and fifth rounds follow the same crocheting pattern as the third round. The swatch is now done. That is, in the chain space of the previous round. On both sides, work a DC 2 in 1. Between each DC 2 in 1, work 2 chains to join. For all other positions, work a double crochet correspondingly in each stitch. Next, refer to the demonstration of the third round. Complete section 1 fourth and 5th rounds by yourself. I will not repeat the demonstration. After completing the first 5 rounds of section 1, continue crocheting the 6th round. Refer to the chart. Start with 3 chain stitches. Once completed, begin from the adjacent stitch on the left side. Work a double crochet correspondingly in each stitch, all the way down to the right side stitch of this chain space. Meaning this round does not require working in the chain space, no increases on either side. Next, chain 5 to join. This round should work 1 double crochet in each double crochet stitch of the previous round at the chain space. All need to chain 5 to join. Everyone refer to the chart. Follow this pattern. Continue crocheting. At the end, at the chain space position, first chain 2. Then above the beginning chain, pick up 2 strands. Work an incomplete double crochet. Next, switch to color 1 to pull through. Note: color 1 should be brought up from underneath color 2. Gently tighten color 2. Look. This is what section 1 round 6 looks like when completed. Continue to crochet round 7. Refer to the chart. First chain 1. Then, in this large space, work a single crochet. Note: color 2 should be kept over the hook. Then chain 5 to join. Next, skip the turning chain for the double crochet. Starting from the adjacent stitch on the left side, work double crochets evenly, all the way to the second stitch, on the right side of the chain space. Once completed, chain 5. In this large chain space, 1 single crochet. Then chain 5. For the next round, when encountering such double crochets, start from the second stitch. Work double crochets evenly, all the way to the second to last stitch of this section, meaning leave the stitch next to the chain space unworked. Then chain 5. 1 single crochet in the large space. Chain 5 again. Follow this pattern. Finish crocheting this round. At the end position, after completing the last section of double crochets, work 2 chains, then refer to the previous round here. First work an incomplete double crochet in the stitch of the first single crochet, work an incomplete double crochet. Then, switch to color 2 and pull through. Section 1 round 7 is done. Continue to crochet round 8, same as before, make 1 chain. Then in the large space, work a single crochet. Note, color 1 should be over the hook. Next, 5 chains. In the large space on the left side, work another single crochet. Once completed, continue with 5 chains. Next, when encountering a section of double crochets, same as the previous round, leave 1 stitch unworked near the chain spaces on both sides. Work double crochets correspondingly in the remaining stitches. Then, chain 5 to join. Then work a single crochet in each of these 2 chain spaces. Work another single crochet in each. Between the single crochets work 5 chains. Once the single crochet on the left side is completed, work 5 more chains. Refer to the chart. Follow this pattern. Complete this round. Once the ending section is finished, chain 2. Then, refer to the demonstration of the previous round here. Join. Look. Section 1 round 8 is completed. Continue to learn section 2 crocheting. Start section 2 round 1. First make a chain stitch. In this large space, a single crochet. Chain 5. In the 2 large spaces on the left side, work a single crochet in each. Chain 5 to join between single crochets. For convenience, we'll call the 3 single crochets worked in these 3 chain spaces 3 single crochets, and the 10 chains joining between single crochets a cluster, called cluster 1. After completing cluster 1, chain 5 to join. Reaching this section of double crochets, on the middle 4 stitches, work a DC4 tog, which means first work an incomplete double crochet in each of these 4 stitches. Work an incomplete double crochet in each of these 4 stitches. Yarn over, and draw through all loops on the hook in once. That's a DC4 tog, corresponding to the V-shaped stitch above on the right. Complete. Chain 5 to join. Reaching this chain space position again. First work a single crochet in the large space on the left side, single crochet, chain 5. In the large space in the middle, first work a bobble stitch with 3 double crochets, which means first work 3 incomplete double crochets. Yarn over, pull through all loops on the hook in once. Complete the bobble stitch with 3 double crochets, corresponding to the V-shaped stitch above on the right. Then work 3 chains to join. Same large space, work another bobble stitch with 3 double crochets, which means first work 3 incomplete double crochets. Yarn over, pull through all loops on the hook in once. Another bobble stitch with 3 double crochets completed. For piece 2, the next bobble stitches are all bobble stitch with 3 double crochets. For convenience of explanation, we'll simply call it bobble stitch later. Next, 5 chains to join. The chain space on the left. 1 single crochet. For convenience of explanation, we'll refer to these 3 chain spaces where 2 single crochets are worked. The middle chain space where 2 bobble stitches are worked, and the connecting 13 chains as group 2. Once group 2 is completed, 5 chains. Next, every time you reach such a double crochet position, work 1 DC4 tog across the middle 4 stitches, which means working an incomplete double crochet in each of these 4 stitches one by one, then yarn over, and pull through all loops on the hook at once. And on both sides of this DC4 tog, work 5 chains. Every time you encounter such a large chain space, work group 1 or group 2. Pay attention, group 1 and group 2 are alternately crocheted. Refer to the previous demonstration. Follow the chart. Continue crocheting this round to completion. After completing the last DC4 tog, work 2 chains. Then, refer to the joining method for the ending of the later rounds in section 1. Join. Look. Section 2 round 1 is completed. Continue crocheting section 2 round 2. Follow the chart. Make 1 chain in this large space, 1 single crochet. Then in the next 4 large spaces, Work 1 single crochet in each, between single crochets, chain 5 to join. When completed, chain 5 to join. Reaching the position of cluster 2 from the previous round. First, in this large space, work 1 bobble stitch. Chain 5. Then in the middle chain space, work 2 bobble stitches, and chain 3 to join between bobble stitches. When completed, chain 5. In the left side chain space, 1 bobble stitch. Chain 5. When completed, in the left side 6 chain spaces, work single crochets in each, chain 5 to join between single crochets. Next, whenever reaching the previous cluster 2 position, refer to this crocheting pattern. That is, in these 2 chain spaces of cluster 2. Work 1 bobble stitch in each, in the middle chain space. Work 2 bobble stitches, and chain 3 to join. Don't forget to chain 5 to join on both sides. For the remaining large chain spaces, work single crochets and chain 5. Follow this pattern. Complete this round. Join normally at the end. Section 2 Round 2 completed. Continue to learn Section 2 Round 3 crocheting. I've already crocheted this round. The joining method for the beginning and end of this round, identical to round 2. For these large chain spaces, work single crochets and chain 5 normally. At the 4 corners, which is the position for bobble stitches, worked as the same method. Both bobble stitches should be worked between the 2 bobble stitches of the previous round. Work 2 bobble stitches. Chain 3 to join in the middle. Between the 2 adjacent large chain spaces on both sides. Work 1 bobble stitch each. Chain 5 to join as well. Repeat this process. Refer to the chart. Complete this round on your own. Once completed, leave about 5 centimeters of color 1 and cut off. I won't demonstrate it. After completing the third round, continue with section 2 fourth round. I've already completed this round. This round is worked in each chain space of the previous round. Work 1 single crochet each. 4 corners. On both sides of the single crochet here. Work 3 chains each. For the remaining positions, chain 5 to join each time. After completing the last single crochet at the end, chain 5 as well. Then slip stitch into the first single crochet. Join with a slip stitch. No need to switch colors here. Follow this pattern. Complete this round on your own. After finishing, continue to section 2 for the 5th round. Refer to the chart. Make 1 chain stitch in the same insertion position as the slip stitch. 1 single crochet. You can place the yarn tail above the hook while crocheting. Wrap it in into the left chain space. 5 single crochets. Next, work 1 single crochet in each single crochet. In each of these 2-3 chain spaces at the corners. Work 3 single crochets respectively. In the remaining chain spaces, work 5 single crochets in each. Follow this pattern. Complete this round. After finishing the last chain space, slip stitch into the first single crochet. Join with a slip stitch. Pull tight. Chain 1 to secure. Pull up a large loop. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail. Cut off. Pull tight. Hide the yarn tail on the wrong side. Up to this point, the crocheting method for piece 2 is completed. Next, learn how to secure the white gauze. The white gauze wraps around the lampshade frame. The end with the fixing clip is the bottom. When wrapping the white gauze, leave a small section at the beginning. Fold the beginning inside. Then secure it with a yarn needle. Thread the sewing needle. Next, draw the needle through from the inside. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail. Continue drawing through from the inside. After sewing to this end, using the same method, return to sew back to the starting point. Finally, secure the yarn tail with a double knot. Trim off any excess tail directly. This way, the beginning is secured well. Then, continue wrapping the white yarn. Note: wrap each grid 2 to 3 times only. Repeat this process to wrap the entire round. Finally, leave a small tail. Cut it off. Fold this short end inward. Then refer to the previous demonstration. Secure the ending well. I will not repeat the demonstration. After securing the white yarn, you can adjust the white yarn around the edges evenly like this. Up to this point, the securing of the white yarn is completed. Next we'll learn how to make and secure the lower pendants. We divide the threaded pendants into 2 types. The one with a teardrop pendant below is called pendant A, and the one with a stone below is called pendant B. Among these 2 types of pendants, the transition parts are made of seed beads with a wheel bead in the middle. The length of the pendants is random, meaning the quantity of these seed beads for transition is also random. You can determine it based on your preference, but the total length should not exceed 6 centimeters. Additionally, you may notice that pendant A and pendant B are arranged alternately. Next, Please watch my demonstration of the specific making and sewing method. First, refer to the chart. Use the corresponding color yarn left from crocheting. Divide one strand, thread through the yarn needle. Do not tie a knot at the yarn end. Then, take a teardrop pendant or stone pendant. Thread the needle through this hole. Next, remove the needle. Combine the two yarn tails. Thread them through the needle together. Then, add an appropriate amount of seed beads. Followed by a will bead. Continue threading some seed beads. Once completed, insert the needle into the pointed corner of the edging. Secure it with several stitches like this. Then tie a double knot. For the excess tail, weave it in along the fabric's texture. Then trim it off. Look! The pendant is now securely attached. The securing method is the same for all. Next, follow the same method. Secure pendant A and pendant B alternately at each pointed corner of the edging. Secure pendant A and pendant B alternately at each pointed corner of the edging. I won't repeat the demonstration. Now let's learn how to sew the fabric pieces. Here I'll demonstrate using a swatch, mainly explaining the technique. First, place fabric piece 1 over the lampshade frame wrapped with white gauze like this. Note: the securing pieces are underneath. Align the edges with the top edge. Then, take fabric piece 2. Both pieces have the right side out. Roughly align the four corners of fabric piece 2 with the four corners of the frame. Roughly align the four corners of fabric piece 2 with the four corners of the frame. Temporarily secure with stitch markers. Then, thread the yarn needle. Start sewing from one corner. The needle goes through both fabric pieces' stitches. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail. Sew the beginning 2 extra times. Can also go through the frame? To secure it, then skip a small interval. Continue going through both fabric pieces stitches. This swatch is sewn quite loosely. You can sew more densely. After every few stitches, secure it to the frame again. This prevents slipping. Whenever reaching a corner, also secure it to the frame. Next, repeat this process. Continue sewing. Since the stitch count differs around both pieces, just evenly sew them together around the circle. When reaching the starting position, tie a double knot. Then, weave in the ends. This secures the top part. For the bottom, pick up the first round of edging. Spaced single crochet stitches. Sew onto the border around the edges. The method is similar to the top part. I won't demonstrate further. Once the lampshade is complete. Next, I'll briefly demonstrate the installation method. Using this lampshade border, first, unscrew this. Then, insert the lampshade mounting piece. Tighten and secure it. Finally, screw in the light bulb. The bulb specifications can be found on our product details page. This completes the lamp base installation. Up to this point, the crocheting method for this dream flower table lamp, Rainbow Edition. The explanation is now complete. If you have any unclear parts during the crocheting process, please contact our customer service via Wang, Susan's family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.